David Jones closing 35 locations. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee, because David Jones are closing 35 new locations. Now, it's not their main shops, it is the smaller. Their partnership with BP is coming to an end. Now, I can't say I'm particularly surprised. I was excited at the prospect of being able to get good, healthy food when you're driving around. But one viewer was commenting, I have to pump my own petrol with all the carcinogenic stuff from the petrol all over my hands, then go and eat in David Jones? I don't think so. Now, we've been discussing David Jones and the retail recession for some time, actually, on the channel, guys. And if we jump here, we can see, a year ago, just the growing retail recession. It was often David Jones was getting mentioned for closing shops, reducing their footprint. They're an anchor tenant. They're an anchor tenant that's important to a lot of these retail shops. Here in Australia, we're third largest in the world with square meterage per person of shopping centres. We're nowhere near America. We're not doing as well as Canada. But, we still do have a lot of shopping centres per person. And with these anchor tenants reducing, it's going to have an impact. And, well, what's this end of this BP relationship? It hasn't been going on for very long. So we'll have to see what's going on here. And you can see, David Jones closing a new store, 50% profit, crash. You've got, David Jones closure and the retail recession was continuing. Concerns that David Jones and Myer were a retail risk. David Jones firing 120 people and closing stores. So this is part of the strategy, or it was published as that, as a new strategy to revitalize David Jones, or some new opportunities. So let's have a look at this article. So David Jones and BP end their partnership. David Jones has announced it will streamline its food offering by ending its partnership with BP petrol stations. 2 years ago, David Jones installed mini David Jones food halls in 35 petrol stations in Sydney and Melbourne. Instead, the retailer said it will focus on boosting its food offerings at the New South Wales Elizabeth Street flagship store and the Bondi Junction store. This is a fresh blow to the retailer, which has had to cut back many parts of its business in recent years. In March this year, it announced it would be streamlining its food business, but at the time had said the 35 petrol station locations would continue to operate. So it hasn't taken long for that, for that claim to fall out the window, doesn't it? This is the problem whenever you're working with a big organization like that. You can't trust them, guys. I remember Rachel was telling me there's one woman who she knows from her sewing guild who managed one of these food courts or food halls or whatever in a David Jones. And, she built it up from nothing and was so proud of it. It was her whole life. She had no kids. And, she's gone and no one cared. Because it's a big business. It goes on. It's kind of sad in a way, really. David Jones has acknowledged that lockdowns as a result of COVID has had a significant impact on the business last year as foot traffic declined. In Victoria, the company will close its Burke Street Mall menswear building in August 2022 and has closed its Capital Grand and Malvern Central food hall locations this year. In 2019, the retailer vowed to aggressively reduce the number of stores in a bid to reduce huge financial losses. A spokesperson for BP confirmed to Convenience and Impulse Retailing that following a review by David Jones of its food strategy, the organizations agreed to work through a managed transition that will see the relationship end. The 35 current BP and David Jones stores in Sydney and Melbourne will transition away from being dual-branded. However, will continue to offer a wide range of distinctive, fresh, and high-quality products, BP said. BP remains committed to delivering the best possible experience for our customers and will continue to actively pursue our strategy of transforming retail convenience and putting customers at the heart of everything we do. I mean, that's, these companies are just so nice. They just love us so much, don't they? We're at the heart of everything they do. I mean, come on. Does anyone believe that type of rubbish? Come on. If it was politically expedient, they'll do a hashtag or a logo change to throw you under the bus in an instant if they have to. Come on. It's business, everyone. So what's the solution to all of this? Should we put our heart and soul in these big companies, potentially if we're working for them or if we're being a part of them? Always have an exit strategy, everyone. Always plan for the worst. Don't be like the bitter old lady at the sewing guild whose entire life was running one of these things and no one cared. So, what would I suggest? Simply to always be skeptical. I mean, they aesthetically they looked nice, didn't they? They look great. So a new branding, a new approach, a new idea. It was a bit fresh, getting some good healthy. Well, some of it's healthy, but it's probably more gourmet food when you're doing a road trip. I can understand, I can appreciate it, but I'm not at all surprised that they've had to pull out of this deal. Is this the end of David Jones, guys? Are we just seeing the end of this business, the end of this retail brand going down? When's the last time? Well, let us know. When's the last time you've gone to a petrol station for some gourmet food? You don't care what you're getting in a petrol station. We've got the big, on the highway here, the big service centers. You get a Big Mac, you can get, a Carvery, you get I want a coffee when I'm going to one of those places. I don't want like a gourmet David Jones meal. Maybe there is, but obviously there isn't the demand for it. So we'll have to see what happens. Let us know if you've actually gone to any of those and if you're a fan or if you're disappointed that they're falling down. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I cobble together here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us by signing up for SelfWealth or Stake, using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband, buying our merch from HeiseSays, we have handmade pocket squares, using Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or supporting us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.